Soon. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Mirandela Martinez, and you already know what the vibe is. So, for those who don't know me, I am 18 years old, about to turn 19 in June. Gemini gang, per. Um, yeah, so I was trying to record videos to post on this channel. I don't create so many videos and edit it, but it just wasn't working. And if you hear noise in the background, I'm sorry, I'm in my back garden. I just felt like this is like the appropriate scenario for the video that I'm about to make. So yeah, I tried to record several times to post multiple times, just wasn't working. So I guess that was my spirit telling me that not the right time, not the right video. So if you're seeing this, it means that it was approved by the spirit that I should post this video. Okay, so today we're going to talk about self-confidence and how to create a basis or a base. I have my notes down here and I'm going to be reading off of them. Warning, I'm a bit dyslexic, love, so it's gonna, if you hear me stuttering or like having a hard time getting my words out, just know that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be struggling sometimes. So the purpose of this channel is to take you guys along with me through my journey, to say my spiritual journey, my self-love journey, healing journey, all that kind of stuff. Just journey basically in general. So great. Y'all want to have conversation while I'm trying to record? Great. But yeah, that's the purpose of this channel. So stick around for more videos to come. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So let's get into it. So basically here I was in class and I got this message from God, I believe. So I'm gonna read it to y'all, and yeah. So basically it says, when your self-confidence lies on top or is rooted on things that are constantly moving, constantly changing, and it's never set in stone, you will always find your confidence wavering. And that is so true. Let me give you a broad example. Let's say, for example, your self-confidence comes from people complimenting you, right? I don't know if this lighting is working, guys. I'm so sorry if it's not. But just have me in the background if you can't. Like, if the lighting isn't working for you. So, basically, if your self-confidence, right, comes from receiving compliments from people, that's how you feel worth it. That's how you feel valued and appreciated. When you don't have those outside voices complimenting you, you're going to feel like you're worthless. You're going to feel like you're not being validated and no one cares about you and no one is seeing you, right? That's how you're going to feel. And that is a problem because people are always changing. Their opinions are always changing. And like, child, I saw a mosquito. People are always changing. So you can't expect and you can't put all your validation onto someone else. First of all, that's not good for your mental health, okay? Because people are always changing, as I said. So if you place all your self-confidence and all your self-worth on what someone else has to say about you, what if they start saying negative things about you? How is that going to affect you? Do you know what I mean? So it's very detrimental to your own health or to your own self-image if all you ever want and all you ever crave and appreciate is when other people say things to you. You have to learn how to be self-sufficient. You have to learn how to like have a strong base, basically. And that's what I'm going to move to now. Matthew 7:24-27 says, I don't know if this is accurate or not, but this is what I was hearing, and I just wrote it down, and I'm going to put the actual scripture on the screen just in case it's not accurate. So it says, when floods came, the house built on rock remained standing, but the house built on sand collapsed. Wow. Think of humans, right? Think of humans, think of outside voices, think of your clothes, your style, makeup, hair, all that stuff as the house built on sand. And think of the higher power you believe in. Think of God. Think of your ancestors, your guides, whatever you believe in. Think of that as the house built on rock. right? Your solid base, something that you can always trust, something that you can always go back to, something you know remains there. It doesn't change based on how you behave. It doesn't change based on how many things you accomplish, how many houses you buy, how many homeless people you help, how many relationships you've been in. They don't change with you, right? They don't change with you. They don't place your self-worth on what you have done or what you haven't done, what you've accomplished or what you haven't accomplished, how many sins you've committed. They don't place your self-worth based on that. People have a very weird image of God. People think that God is just this, I don't know, this huge guy, white guy sitting in the throne and like pointing fingers and saying, you're going to hell, you're going to die, you. That's not how it works, okay? For you to understand who God is, you need to step away from all the outside voices that are telling you who God is. You need to step into his light. You need to step into his presence to find out who God truly is. Because some religions tell us that God just judges you, sends you straight to hell if you commit a sin, this, that, and the third. But the God I know is very loving, caring. The God I know is a loving force, a loving energy that is always there, protecting, guiding, and helping you heal through situations. Even when you're going through hard times, don't look at God and say, oh, God is bad because I'm going through this and I'm going through that, and God is not helping me, or I'm stuck in this situation. If God was real, why? No. This is so lovely, isn't it? Think of it as, why am I in this situation and what I'm learning from the situation? Because sometimes we need tough love, right? Sometimes we need to be put in situations that are going to teach us lessons. Because sometimes pain teaches you more valuable lessons than love, caress, and cuddles. Cuddles are nice, but sometimes going through that really hard time makes that moment really significant, makes the lesson you learn from that moment more valuable to you. You appreciate it more because it took you so much pain, so much strength, so much for you to get through that situation. So you will value that situation more. So yeah, think of all these things as the house built on sand and the higher power, God, whatever you believe in, as that firm foundation. You have to make that your foundation because that thing never changes. That thing is always stable. It's always solid. It's always there. It's never going to leave you no matter what you do. It's always going to be there. There's no limit to it. It's limitless. It's a limitless energy that you need to tap into, that you need to be in alignment with. Because that is essentially going to take your self-confidence, your self-worth to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? So yeah, whenever you feel yourself going back to that mentality of, oh my God, like I'm worth nothing, think about where your self-confidence lies. Think of, what do you make important? What do you give energy to? Do you give energy to the outside voices or the inner God inside of you? Who do you give your attention to? So now let's move on to point 3, which is an example that I'm going to give you. Okay, picture this. Visualize this in your head. Your father owns a big town, right? And inherently, that town is also yours by law, right? How are you going to move? How are you going to walk? Are you going to walk with your head down, miserable all the time, crying and feeling miserable and unfortunate? No, you're going to walk around knowing that, oh shoot, my dad built this. My dad owns it, and it's mine by law. Which means that I'm going to walk with my head high. I'm going to smile at people. I'm going to be friendly. I'm going to aim higher. Because if my dad could do it, I can do it too. You know what I mean? Especially if you were created in the image of your father. Think about it like that. If you were created in the image of your father is powerful. Your father is amazing. Your father is, I don't know, rich. You're going to look at it and you're going to be like, wait, if my father is so creative, I'm creative too, because I was created in the image of my Father. So if my Father is creative, so if my Father manifests things like this, if my Father is able to build a whole town, I am able to do the same because I was created in the image of my Father. You know what I mean? You have to look, you have to see yourself as the child of a king. You have to see yourself like that. You have to put yourself on that pedestal because that is who you are. You are the child of a king. You know what I mean? So you're going to move accordingly. My neighbors are really trying to mess me up today. But we're going to get this message out, okay? We're going to get it out. You can be loud. I could be louder. I could be louder. But anyways, I really hope this noise isn't distracting you from my message. But I'm just here to tell you that if your Father is amazing, you are also amazing. You need to remember, you need to remind yourself, okay? Because self-love and self-confidence isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process. It's something that you have to reassure and reaffirm yourself of it every single day of your life. It's not something that just happens today and then tomorrow is gone. No, it's something that you need to keep enforcing. It's something that you need to keep practicing it. Every single time you see yourself going down, you need to remember whose child you are, who you belong to, who made you. That's what you need to think of. You know what I'm saying? You need to think about your abilities. You need to think about who you are as a person, not who everyone paints you to be, not what the world thinks you are, but who you are truly. And that's why I say put your trust in the higher power. That is why I say put your trust and make your foundation that higher power, because that higher power sees you for who you are, even when you don't know who you are, even when you're lost, when you're depressed, when you're sad, when you're rebellious, who knows? When you're doing the things that you know yourself in your heart that aren't benefiting you, they're not judging you. They're not judging you. They know who you are and they know your worth. That's why they push for you so much. That's why they strive for you so much. That's why they protect you so much. A lot of people, I'm just receiving word right now, so I'm just saying whatever I'm hearing. A lot of people right now that might be watching this video, you're thinking, why am I in solitude? Why am I alone? Why can't I find this person? Why am I tied with someone right now? Let me tell you something. The Spirit's telling me right now that you don't have to. They're protecting you because we all know that there's a lot of things in this world that aren't for everybody. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are walking into relationships because they have fear in their heart. Fear is manipulating them into stepping in relationships that aren't necessarily good for them. And you are being protected right now. The higher power is protecting you from bad experiences that could damage your heart. They want to keep your heart as pure as possible. That's why you are where you are right now. Don't force it, because when you do find that person, you're going to enjoy it to the maximum. So don't force it. I don't know how we even got into this, but that's just what I heard and I had to say it. You know what I mean? And like that also kind of ties in with having self-confidence. When you're self-confident and you know your worth, you know who you are, you're not rushing to find someone. You're not rushing to step into relationships that might not necessarily be good for you, or they might not be the right timing, right? Because there is such thing as right timing. Sometimes you might be rushing to be with someone and you might find your person, but that was just not the right timing. But if you waited a little bit, you could have been in that situation that would last you a lot longer. You know what I mean? So when you're stable in yourself, you're not really rushing to get into things, because you know that everything that belongs to you by divine law will come to you. By divine right, everything that belongs to you will come to you. It will come to you. You know what I mean? The universe is literally always aligning things at the right time. So don't rush for things to happen. Go slowly. Even with your self-love journey, don't rush for things to happen. You can't skip steps. You have to take everything at a time. You have to go slowly and reaching the places you have to reach. So in whatever situation you're in your life right now, you need to sit down and you need to say to yourself, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. And that will give you so much peace in your heart. Because I feel like sometimes we might be in situations that are uncomfortable, but we just want to move from it so fast because we're like, oh my God, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to be in this situation. I want to move past this, da 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 da. But sometimes you have to stay in that situation. Sometimes you have to be in that situation. Because there's certain things that you need to learn. There's certain things you need to cultivate from that situation. That's why you're still there. So don't rush for anything to happen in life for you. Everything happens by divine timing, and by divine law, everything that belongs to you will come to you. So don't force anything. And if you're going to take anything from this video, just take that everything that belongs to you will eventually come to you. So that's really what I have for this video, and I'm gonna do a part 2 because there's so many things that I want to speak on and I want to touch on when it comes to self. I feel like self is the start of everything. Like that's the starting point for everything in life. So I'm gonna make more videos about that. But yeah, I just really wanted to share this message with you, and I ended up getting really spiritual in this video because I don't know, I was receiving messages here, and I just had to pump it out to you guys because yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Send this video to your tío, your tía, send it to your prima, send it to everybody in the family group chat, and I will see you guys next time. I don't have a schedule yet, but when you see this video, it's exactly when you're supposed to see it. So I love you. I'm sending you so much light, love, and peace, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye.